I'll make this short. So, tradwives, huh? I've noticed this exists, and decided to drop a couple words about the phenomenon. The ones I've seen seem to be emulating a kind of exemplary wife from mid-20th century household appliance advertisements, or reminiscing about some 19th century quasi-Victorian lifestyle. So the trad harkens back to the Protestant tradition. Not that it matters much for my opinion. Firstly, I think it's their business. Secondly, it is their business in the modern world only. What I mean to say is that apart from the most traditionalist, probably religious households, the practicing tradwives are mostly playing at being a traditional wife, not being one. Why so? For a very simple reason. That is, context. As a quick reminder, they have voting rights, rights to freely handle money, property, are not barred from education, workspace, warfare. The list goes on. They may want to be fully subject to their husband's will, but simultaneously they can seek out and get legal help and protection against domestic violence, unwanted sexual activity. Basically, contest things and choices made for them which they might not like. Also, shockingly, they may even stop being a tradwife if they so choose. Those contemporary tradwives chose a specific role, way of life, one of many, in a world which has largely gradated from putting a woman in a second-class citizen unpaid labor role. At that time, it was not about motherhood or keeping the household functional, not only about it at least, but more about knowing your female place in society, usually not much, outside the confines of your family and then your husband's family, and also functioning within those sanctioned boundaries. And in case the marital arrangement could ever be dissolved, it was the wife who paid a disproportionately higher price. Thus, my dear imaginary tradwife interlocutors, you are negotiating with snippets of certain traditions and worldviews, appropriating them in a very different context, and thus making them yours. Which is how all of us operate, of course, but if you do want to experience something somewhat resembling your ideal's origins, go live under Sharia law. A truly traditional wife depends on her husband in a way which might be mutually beneficial, but never comes with equal rights and opportunities. So that aside, if you make informed choices, that's totally fine, you go girl. Just stop being delusional or your husband might want to take you to a lobotomist. To conclude, should you be afraid of the tradwife movement? I don't think so. As long as we are not stupid enough to allow this choice become the requirement. The good old days stay good while they remain a source of occasional inspiration, not come back to haunt us.